BP Car Care, Westpac, CUB, Ultratune, Rocker Brothers and Foodland. AFL today from Football Park, Adelaide versus Sydney.
Good afternoon. Welcome to 7 Sport and AFL today. For the next 90 minutes, highlights from a jam-packed football park. The Crows hosting the Swans. And the Crows are back on a roll, brimming with confidence after last week's ankle-deep-in-mud victory against Carlton. The Swans have plenty to prove, though. They just missed out against Hawthorn at home last week and, of course, were beaten by Adelaide in Sydney in round 3. As I said, a massive home crowd. We pick up play at the opening bounce.
Almost a full house here at Football Park in South Australia, and wonderful to see the support given by the South Australians for the Adelaide Crows. A big game for them up against Sydney. It's Dennis Carroll who won the toss and kicks to the right of screen, or the southern end. He got the first kick down towards Jason Love. Love looks for Kappa, a late inclusion in the team. He overruns it. Scott Lee back on it. Doolan, a fierce tackle. The ball spills free. Soccer back towards Carroll at half-back. Picks it up nicely. Looks to get the handball away. It ricocheted off Jarman. Tregenza's got it now wide out to Filkey, and away go the Crows. Grant Filkey running the outer side with a couple of bounces. Has a look up towards half-forward. Heads to the 50-metre line. Hodges comes out. Got a hand to it, but it's Bays. Takes the kick. But the umpires come back. There'll be a free kick. It will go back to Mark Bays.
Yes, Hodges followed through there, Sandy, and took, I think it might be Stephen Wright, high in frustration.
So the little Sydney veteran, Stevie Wright, will take it. What do you value the breeze at, Ross?
Well, I think the flag's a bit deceiving, but at least a couple of goals, Sandy.
Carroll's hand pass is smothered. Jarman, well, with Williams out, the day could be tailor-made for Jarman. Down towards the forward line, Jamison.
Paid the mark.
Touched the mark?
Well, I think it's a bit loose on conditions like this, Robbo. I wouldn't think so, no, but he's paid it. And what they've got to do now, of course, as you see it again, would you pay it? Oh, no, actually, that's a better effort than I thought. Better effort than I thought. I thought it came out earlier than that. Yeah, those changes they made too, Sydney, with Williams, Willis and McKenzie missing, West, Capper and Lawson in.
Jamison for his first from 40 metres. Goal on fire, does not move.
And Rod Jamison, I think he's a very fine player. 20-year-old, he certainly gives them some bite up that forward line and complements Scott Hodges very well. He's mobile, has a good grab and a good leap. And that was a fine mark and good judge there by the umpire.
So the bounce back in the centre, Mark Micken up against Tunbridge. The bounce favours Micken. Up over the top, Wet Kelly. The ball comes back towards Lee for the Adelaide Crows to half forward. Wright, maybe tagging Andrew Jarman, Stevie Wright. Gets the handball away. They're insisting there on the handballing. Dennis Carroll's kick across his shoulder. Up to half forward, nearly the mark there to Tasker. Getting in there is Micken. McDermott underneath the pack where he normally is. West, Murphy. McDermott the tackler. Out it comes from Mitchell. Love punches it on. Bounces awkward for Filkey. Love, you'll never get through there, son. He did, he kicked it, but he's going to be penalised, I think. It's all clear, it's a goal. A Swans goal, kicked by Jason Love. And the Adelaide fans not too happy. Ross, was that a free kick against Jason Love?
Well, in fact, he did charge first. Sees it on replay, takes the footy, backs himself, tries to break through, but he got the ball quickly to boot. I mean, it was in the motion of the ball falling out of his hands. It was a savage decision if he had it taken against him. And I think a good result. He's a very clever player, is Jason Love.
32nd goal for the season for Jason Love.
Tell you what, he kicked 2 unbelievable goals last Sunday against Hawthorn.
So a goal apiece as we go back in the centre once again. Tunbridge has got to stand his ground. Micken over the top. Mitchell a hurried kick down looking towards Lewis. It passes him. Love got a hand to it. So too did Higgins, but that was all. Brown in solidly for the Crows. Big test for them. They won away last week against Carlton. But now they can't can't afford to rest if they have any hope of getting into the finals. Filkey goes wide to Tregenza. Tregenza's got a chance to run. Maynard will do the shepherding. 2 bounces from 70 metres. He goes short. The pass is on. And Jamison is going to have a shot for his second.
They set their forward up well, Sandy. They've got Hodges coming down more toward the half-forward line. And well set up there by the Crows. And Jamison just finally to reach the play very well. I mentioned he's up on the full-forward line and Bartlett Hodges playing more down the ground, giving Jamison room to run into.
So again, his distance from goal is around the 40-metre mark from where he's kicking. And he's taken that one away to the right, badly. Out of bounds on the full.
It was very much a similar position to the goal he kicked against Fitzroy that won the game out here in controversial circumstances.
Carroll towards centre wing. Paul Kelly had it, then lost it to Filkey. Grant Filkey has been busy early. His kick is high. And a good effort to take the mark by Alan Bartlett. He was surrounded by Sydney players. Bartlett did well. Goes to the 50-metre line. Jamison gets the hand pass away to Brown. A little toe poke round the body, only as far as Cordy.
Cordy's hand pass over the top to Stevie Wright. Right at half back. Kicks it to half forward. A little too high there for West. Enables Maynard to punch it away from the Swans forward over the boundary line. So a throw in right half forward for the Swans.
Jim West will be looking forward to playing a good game, a former Glenelg player.
And just a bit of a look there at the huge crowd at Football Park. And we've got great conditions. Maynard handballs it back. Lee, left foot kick, not bad. Wright blocks it. Can't control it. Boundary throw in just forward of centre wing in the Crows attacking half. There's Stevie Wright. Over 200 games with the red and white, the Bloods, as they were formerly known. Now the Swans, of course. Mitchell tries to shrug the tackle. Kelly. The kick by Kelly is close. No, it's over on the full. Free kick to be taken back there by Maynard.
Your selection, gentlemen, today, all unanimous in Adelaide?
I'd have to go Adelaide, yes, Sandy.
Well, the only reason I'd go for them, Sandy, is because Greg Williams is not playing.
Yep.
I mean, what a terrible blow it is for them.
Certainly is. Micken to the half-forward line he goes, but hammered over the line defensively by Bernard Toohey in opposition to Scott Hodges.
There's no doubt a lot of people would have been looking forward to the duel between Greg Williams and Jarman. Of course, Williams played on Jarman's brother at Hawthorn the previous week.
From the Crows, from Sydney's interchange bench, back to the action once again. Kelly leaves it for Toohey, only as far as Jarman. On to Tasker. Inside 50. Hodges in the right spot. Well, he's been surrounded in controversy over the past couple of weeks. He was out with the flu. Then, as we look at it in replay, we learned of the disenchantment he had with the club. Roscoe, what would you have done in those circumstances?
Well, harshly, in my situation, I wouldn't have played him because I don't think he can do that. And but the selectors are obviously under pressure.
Well, his fans haven't deserted him. That's a goal. So far has been dominated by the Crows' lip tap. And they continue to dominate.
Would have been a free kick anyway, Sandy, up the field, but what a great kick.
Matthew Liptak kicks his first, and it's Adelaide's third. 3-4 plays a goal.
Yeah, so Matthew Liptak, good to see him playing football. He had a very hard decision to make. You see this on replay. Just watch how quickly he gets the ball to boot, and it just sails through one of those floaters. And off the footy there, just to the right there, you saw the free kick could possibly have gone to, I think, was it Jamison or McIntyre? I think it was Jamison.
Back in the middle once again, Tunbridge to do the work for Sydney, but this is a very handy lead for the Crows. Kicking against the breeze. Paul Kelly takes it out of the middle. Down towards Jim West he goes, who was almost pushed into it by Maynard.
Oh, a little lucky there, I think, David Murphy.
Well, the fans here don't like any decision going against them. Higgins now, he can kick that from there. He's a lovely left footer.
Oh, great.
And it's a beautiful kick by Leon Higgins. Much needed goal for Sydney. Higgins first. Jason Love has their other, 2 straight.
Yes, and Leon Higgins always wanting his left side very strong. You watch the Crows player attack him there. Is that Filkey? Not a very good attack there. He should have slowed himself down and gone on the body. Higgins got around. That's a good finish. Relying a lot on Dennis Carroll through the centre of the Sydney Swans in the absence of Greg Williams. And big responsibility on the captain's shoulders.
Gee, they're nice and crook on it here, aren't they? The Sydney side get a very good goal through Higgins, and all you hear is a boo. Terrific kick by Leon Higgins. 3-4 to 2 goals, 7.5 minutes left. Brown gets the Crows towards half forward. And nearly a mark back there to Tui. Hodges, the Adelaide player, lip tap now. Out to McGuinness. Lovely hand pass. Hodges, left foot kick. It's swinging back. Not enough. And it goes through for a definite behind on this occasion. So it's the 5th for Adelaide. 3-5 plays 2 goals. And it's been pretty entertaining stuff in the first quarter here at Football Park. Bernard Tui. Swans missing the general in the centre. Greg Williams, unfortunately, a last-minute exclusion from the team. Higgins gives it away. Big problems here. Brown, clear possession to half forward. Now he may be able to make amends because Leon Higgins is marked at half-back for the Swans. Now he's forced to play on. Jamison chasing, but Higgins gets his kick away. Not a bad one on the right-hand side. Big punch by Micken. Goes over for a boundary throw-in on centre wing.
Good percentage stuff there, Mark Micken.
Jim West in the picture there for the Swans, one of the inclusions. Their 3 emergencies are all playing. Now, Higgins, Kelly, taken over in the finish by Brown. So we'll have another throw-ins. Just over 6 minutes left. The Swans have had a couple of forays up forward. A goal through Jason Love was perhaps a little fortunate. Higgins was a terrific goal. And for the Crows, Hodges has kicked 1, lip tack 1, and Jamison 1. Was McGuinness held?
Yes, free kick. Did it well. Didn't grab hold of the footy. Just tapped it in front of him. And Higgins, the offending player there for the Swans.
Tony McGuinness between centre wing and the left half-forward flank. Centering kick up towards half-forward. Jamison and co are up there. Off the hands to Doolan. Ben Doolan, well, thought about the hand pass initially, then gave it back to Mitchell, who backpedals even further to Tui, who'll come towards Kelly. McGuinness over the top. He's being paid.
Let's see how the consistency goes on that sort of decision for the rest of the game. Watch this again. Behind. 1, 2. Oh, perhaps pushed out in the end by Kelly.
Tony McGuinness is still outside 50. Again, he centres that football. But a couple of players charging at it. Tregenza waits down, then stabs goalwards. In towards the square he goes. 3 Swans players there. Hodges did well. It's going to wobble through, is it? That is Rod Jamison again. 2 goals to Jamison. And good work by Hodges, who had to beat a couple, Ross.
Yes, the bounce evaded him. He got to the front this time. Good to see him do that. And then the ball's nearly free. And the acrobatic Jamison, as Robbo said, is a very skillful player. Watch the kick. Tregenza's nearly carried. But here, Hodges' front posse. He can't get it on the bounce. And then Jamison just quickly, look at the roll here. Holmes desperately trying to touch that. No chance.
He finished up saying hello to the goalpost, young Darren Holmes. Centre. Micken. Diving on it, Kelly. Bartlett, the opposite number 14, doing the tackling. A little indiscriminate kick at the football. But umpires, well, sometimes they pick that out, Ross, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, that really, in the days gone by, would have been in danger. In fact, the player who had these hands on the ball is his teammate, Barry Mitchell's teammate.
Up over the top, Tunbridge gets the tap out. Tasker, and the finishes with Lindner. Lindner's kick to half forward. His lip tap, causing a few problems across half forward. Sweeping hand pass, Hodges. What can Scott Hodges do?
Free kick. Free kick, Robbo.
Get another one, will he?
Yep. Doolan came in late. The ball had gone off Hodges' boot, and Doolan could have stopped that. Tui and Doolan remonstrating there. The umpires, never seen them change their mind.
Well, that's very, very true. That, once the decision is given.
There's good play there by young Liptak again. Just avoided a couple of players and he got the handball over.
He's a big improver.
Yes. Good visual acuity, Robbo.
I'll stick with Scott Hodges at the moment. Thanks, Ross. The kick by Hodges is a behind. So he's kicked 1-1. We'll go into that at half-time, I think, when we've got a bit of time to spare.
Doolan wants to go on with it.
And Doolan, well, silly. I mean, it's all over and done with, isn't it? Hodges having the last laugh. Tui to kick it back into play.
No, it's coming down the field, Robbo. Yep, take it from the square.
So Higgins has the football now on the defensive side of the square, and he runs on out to that outer side and kicks the ball 60 metres up towards half-forward. Tasker and Lee. Lee's kick to the centre wing position, a little too high for McDermott. Higgins again, steadies. Sweeping hand pass, Mitchell gathers, handball away, Carroll. Carroll's kick to full forward. Kappa, little push. Maynard. Kappa in front, handball back. Kelly goes after it again, falls over, handball out. Lewis, Dennis Carroll. Left foot shot by Dennis Carroll into the right forward pocket where the mark is taken by Andrew Jarman.
Comes over the top to Tasker. And the Crows out of trouble again, down towards centre wing. A not so subtle nudge by Alan Bartlett has gone unnoticed. Carroll quickly boot the ball. Maynard trapped it nicely. Back to McGuinness. Over the top he goes. Bartlett again. Now McGuinness. Up towards half forward. The only one who retains his footing is Stevie Wright. He sees it over the line.
Sorry, Sandy, but Tui went on with it with Liptak. They landed on top of each other. Tui buried Liptak's head in the dirt. The umpire saw that. Free kick being paid accordingly.
So Matthew Liptak, forward of centre wing, heads up towards full forward. Jamison waits at the back. Big Tunbridge may have to do the roving work. He tries to slap it free to his skipper. Carroll over the football. He's going to get a free kick for a push.
Yeah, definitely in the back there. Bartlett just fell straight in the back of Dennis Carroll.
Just over 2 minutes remaining. Tui and Hodges having a nice little contest so far in this first quarter. We'll call it that. Carroll. Well, he's kicked to McGuinness. Tony McGuinness on the centre wing. Fine play with Glenelg, then Footscray, and now with the Crows. Higgins tries to tap it clear. They're certainly missing Williams in the middle. Dale Lewis, very skillful young player, but Jarman, look at him swoop on it and get it out to Lee. Off to Tregenza. Away they go again. Towards the half-forward line. Oh, what a fly by Matthew Liptak.
Exciting player, is he? But Jarman's ability to slide onto the football like that and have clean possession, not fumble once, and get it off again whilst he's on the ground, set that up beautifully. And they'll always have the runners out wide, like Tregenza and co, to deliver up forward.
Liptak going for his second. Kicking from 48 metres. Drop punt looks pretty good. Just drifting away. And one behind. No! How could you work that in?
Well, I was putting my head down to mark down and behind.
I've done it.
And the Swans plays. Dennis Carroll's curing that.
It's unbelievable. It's gone to this side of the post.
We go into the second quarter. Tunbridge stood his ground, didn't get the tap away. Lidner takes it away, and Bruce Lidner kicks the Crows up towards half forward. Coming across to take the mark, however, for Sydney is Aythorne, bouncing his way across half back. It's going to be a very important quarter for Sydney if they're to have any chance in this game. They've got to get back into it here. McGuinness ridden into the football, carries it with him. It comes clear. Jason Love out in front. With him is Scott Lee. Love pedals the ball along in front. Looks for the free kick. He was held, and he'll take it.
Oh, definitely held there, Jason Love. No question. Scott Lee just retarding him. By the shorts, I think it was. Fairly obvious free kick.
Jason Love has kicked one goal.
He's got to have a ping now.
Going to be kicking on a very tight angle from just inside 40 metres. It's a fair kick. It's a beautiful kick by Jason Love, and that's his second. So 33 goals for the season to Jason Love, and that's just the start Sydney wanted, Ross.
Yes, he set himself up there. There's no doubt they wanted that. He was in two minds. There were a couple of leads offering before he kicked, but he's a very good sharpshooter. Much travelled footballer is Jason Love, but it's certainly given them some spark on the forward line.
And it was great to see the goal umpire being a little bit more definite about that decision. He made it, gave it, and it was a definite goal.
I think your friend's at the other end, Robbo.
Well, Centre bounce. Filkey taken away by Kelly. Kelly's kicked to half forward. Punched away. Back towards the centre wing. Mitchell may get caught. No, he gets his left foot to the ball. Up towards the full forward position. Kappa. Maynard.
Gee, Warwick
Free
Kappa
kick
really
has
did.
been picked out of it.
Sorry, Robbo. Kappa never made a really concerted effort to get to the footy then.
Maynard has the free kick. Gives it away too easily. Micken, McDermott. Probably gave away a metre or so, but Smart is on his own at half back and runs to the wing. Beautiful kick. Brown running up to 50 metres. Brown's left foot kick into the pocket. Certain Adelaide mark taken by McIntyre.
Two bad mistakes there by whilst they're inexperienced players for the Swans. Ben Doolan really didn't have any idea where Brown was going. He should have just sat on him. And then a great kick by Brown on his left foot there. And the player on him, Tunbridge, no idea which way he was going.
See, they're starting to look a little arrogant too, aren't they? The Crows with their play. McIntyre's shot from any possible angle. It's a goal. McIntyre 1-1. Adelaide 6-6. Sydney 3 goals straight.
Yes, and McIntyre forms a very good threesome up there with Jamieson and Hodges. And good running. The disposal there from the skipper McDermott out wide to Smart was very clever. Created the play as Robbo called it. And then Brown, a very fine pass.
Yes, it was good football by the Crows all the way down that outer side. So 22 and a half minutes left in this second quarter. Adelaide 6-6 to 3 goals. Tunbridge gets it through, but it's picked off there by Linda. The kick to half forward, Liptak. Growing in stature, mark taken by Jamieson, only 40 metres out directly in front. And it looks rather pedestrian, the early part of this game. The Crows doing it very well.
Some of the Swans calling a free kick there for Stevie Wright getting a push from Liptak, but that tumbling punt and Jamieson very quick. Getting in front there of Neil Cordy.
So far he's kicked 2 goals. 2 goals, 1. So from 40 metres out, distance not a problem, and a wonderful kick by Rob Jamieson. And the spectators enjoying it so far. It really has been a spectacle by number 35, Rod Jamieson. He's kicked 3 out of the 7. The Crows 7-6 lead Sydney 3 straight.
Yes, and here's the mark again. The kick coming down, from Bruce Lindner there. That push possibly is what the Swans were looking for, but too quick was Jamieson in front of Cordy. And good forward, this player.
30 points the margin. Under 22 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Micken wins it. Can't take it out of the centre, however. It's Bolton clear from 55 metres. Now he wants Kappa, and he's got him.
Ross, did you ever find that Warwick Kappa, did you play football against him?
Oh, neither once, yes.
Did you find him have any real physical strength?
No, that's the thing. Keith Gregg usually played on him because Gregg had the lead. And Greggy wasn't a body-to-body player, and that was the reason, because Kappa wasn't either.
He's kicked 33 for the season. In an awkward style, but it has the desired effect for Sydney. Second goal for Sydney then into the breeze this quarter. They trail 4 goals to Adelaide 7-6.
And if he wants to get to the front position like he did on that occasion, see that again, the kick coming quickly out the centre. That's where they've fallen down a bit, Sydney. Bolton, the player delivering it forward. They need more for him. He's one of the ball carriers they rely on to get the ball up forward. And there's Smart just getting out of position. Well done by Kappa on that occasion.
.48 plays 24 after that goal from Warwick Kappa. His first for the day. Tunbridge wins it again. Carroll tries a little kick out of the centre. Murphy wants someone going past. Gives it back to Athorn, still in the middle. This time he gets a longer, more penetrating kick. Oh, Jim West caught behind. That's a fine effort.
Well, what if he's paying the mark with a freak? No, he's paying the mark there. The umpire thought he controlled it enough. I doubt that.
Yes, I concur. I don't think he controlled it.
Here we go. 1, 2. Play on.
So West from 50 metres. Swans want all they can get. He drifts it off to the right. Kappa caught well behind on that occasion. Short, dangerously short to Lee. in the back pocket. He goes longer. He wants Maynard, but Tunbridge comes over the top. Far too much height. Off to Carroll. Short little chip in towards Love, who takes them up.
Good effort by Dennis Carroll.
Plays on back to Carroll again. Lindner shepherded out of it. Carroll pulls it back and has gold for Sydney.
Again. Comes straight up the ground. No mark. Big punch by Carroll. Hand pass over the top. McDermott. He'll wear it. Don't worry about him. He's as tough as old boots, Chris McDermott. The ball with Brown. Hand passes away to Filkey. Filkey's hand pass to centre half forward. Lip tack. Round onto the left foot. Kicks it in towards centre half forward. McIntyre. Good mark. Kept his eyes on the footy.
Yes, he's on the ground and ran his off. And obviously that Corky on the left thigh. He's not going to trouble him too much.
Now, this will be an important kick for both sides.
Yeah, good creative stuff there by Liptak. They drew right out. Wright got away from his man, which was Liptak, and he set that up.
McIntyre with the left thigh heavily bandaged. Lovely kick by McIntyre. It's a goal to the Adelaide Crows. So McIntyre gets his second goal, but more importantly, Adelaide hit back. 11-11 plays 9-3.
Yes, and it's good to see the Crows not relying on Hodges for their goal kicking. We see this. It was Brown who drew. No, sorry, it got Filkey. Now, Filkey's a fellow that drew right to him, who was on Liptak, and he had the good sense just to square it up, and McIntyre finished it off.
So halfway through the third term, not quite halfway through, Adelaide lead again by 20 points. The Swans just can't seem to put a succession of goals together. 9-3, they've kicked 2 goals in the first term. They kicked 6 goals in a good second quarter. They've kicked a goal so far in this third quarter. Kerr, handball back, Tunbridge, good play, summed it up nicely. Murphy, up towards half forward. No mark taken there by Lindner. He's still got the football underneath him. West holds it in. Now gets it out the back way to Love. And Love kicks another impossible goal. He made something out of nothing, that guy. I know it sounds stupid, but by gee, he can kick goals.
Yes, he does love that sort of shot, though, on the run, on that pocket. And those couple he kicked up in Sydney, and that's his third. And as a small possession winner as he is, to get value like that in 3 goals, scooped out nicely there by West. Obviously a bit of chat there telling him where it was. It's a great kick by Jason Love.
Goal number 34 for the season for Jason Love. And they won't lie down. 63 plays 77. 14 points in it.
The sack factor being introduced.
Well, who knows? If Sydney can get the next one, anything could happen. Murphy. Oh, he tried to storm through it. Very hard to get past McDermott. McGuinness is in there. He gets a short little kick. Caught his sockers off the ground. Goes wide, but straight to Tregenza. Off they go again. Up towards the right half forward flank. Bartlett territory. Off to Jarman. Jarman set sail for home. Bit of pushing and shoving at the back.
Who's in front? They played behind.
I think he got his hands on it first.
Yes, umpire Johnson there. In good position there. Holmes in front, just not tall enough, and McIntyre just over the top. Watch this on replay, Robbo, you're right. Holmes pushing back, yeah, good grab. Definitely first purchase there by McIntyre. Good decision by the umpire. Good angling in the game.
He's kicked 2. He's now kicked 3. 3 to Peter McIntyre, 2 in this quarter, and Adelaide again open up a 20-point break. 12-11 plays 10-3.
Yeah, definite height advantage there. McIntyre and Holmes, a 6-centimetre advantage in height, 188, 194. Tregenza fortuitously, he's always out on his own. He's not one of those burrowing type, he's more of the receiving type of player, but he was the player, because he was free, able to set that up.
The Adelaide Crows lead by 20 points midway through the third quarter. Micken prepares himself up against Tunbridge. McGuinness working hard at the bottom. He picks it up now, but he's immediately set upon by Kerr and Mitchell. Robbie Kerr comes up with the football. still right in the middle. Micken. Right. Could have almost been held. Play goes on. Filthy like lightning to Tregenza. Little stab. He wants Jamison. Edged out of it. Lewis claimed Hodges a snap. But kicked it off balance.
They're carrying on here now. It's on in the pocket. Bernard Tui and Carroll.
If there's any, what would you call that, infighting? Bernard Tui is in the middle of it.
Play goes on, and it's Murphy.
Murphy's kicking towards the centre's good. Tunbridge, lovely long hand pass. Aythorne fumbles, taps it to the advantage. Now Holmes, both inexperienced. Kerr, Murphy. Swans need something out of this. They may still get it. Love flips it out the back door. Bayes comes back towards Lawson. Bayes has got the football. Sweeps around onto that left foot. Took a half an acre, but he got it there. Lewis can't mark. Kappa ran onto the right foot. Too far out to score. Hand pass attended for Mitchell. Chopped off by Micken. And Micken did some good work for a big fellow. He's still in the action. Ex-Brisbane Bears teammates Mark Micken and Warwick Kappa on opposite teams today. Kerr, hand pass back. Too fierce for Mitchell. Mitchell goes in. Kelly, can he kick the goal? No, he can't. He misses by a long, long way. And he's kicked to behind.
And Robert, they made hard work of that in the first place about 50 seconds prior when Bayes took control of the footy. He should have handballed off quickly to Mitchell, who's in centre field. He got a ping at goal. They took another 15 touches to get the ball through for a point.
Tasker brings it back into play to Tregenza. Tucked in the back pocket. Oh, that's not a good kick. Dale Lewis, if he could just lift this young man. He does have marvellous skills. But they're running everywhere down that forward line. He doesn't know what to do. Well, he really does square it to Murphy. He believed he was off. Free kick.
Well, just watching both umpires, it was actually Hayden Kennedy closer there. Johnson had the control, but neither one called play on.
Hodges, well read. Scotty Hodges is in the back pocket. Up to centre wing. Bartlett's away. Off to Brown. Back to Bartlett. Which one will pick it up? Eventually off to Liptak. Up towards the half-forward line. And Maynard gives it across to McDermott. They've got players running everywhere. And he has kicked in towards goal and it's a behind.
And Grantley Filkey there at centre half forward. McDermott motioned the handball to him, but he elected to have a shot at goal.
Back into play once more. Right. To centre wing, Dale Lewis.
Lewis kicks the Swans into their forward half. West. Ball comes to the back. Kerr's pulled off it by Lindner. Was it?
Yes,
Lindner.
free kick, yes.
And Kerr will take the free kick. It was pretty obvious, Ross, wasn't it? And Swans will go to within scoring distance with this kick by Robert Kerr, who spent a fair bit of the first half on the interchange bench. He gets around McGuinness and kicks it to within 20 metres. Ball at the back, Smart dispossessed by Love. Oh, that could have been deemed as a throw. Lawson, what's he done with it? Kicked it high, hasn't covered much territory. It's in the square, kick off the ground attempted by West. Micken's handball over the top. They may get clear through Bickley, shrugs the tackle, gives the hand pass to McDermott. McDermott, lovely long hand pass to Tregenza, and Tregenza will clear. A short kick, the mark is taken by Jarman. Back to Maynard. Hard up against the boundary line, and a good smother in the finish out there by Aythorne. And it goes over for a boundary throw in centre wing on that far side. 10.5 minutes left, and the Swans 10-4 trail the Crows, who are 12-12. Chance for Tregenza again. The kick. Oh, brilliantly picked up by Liptak. He may kick the goal. The kick is ordinary, and it's hurried through by Neil Cordy back there for a behind to Adelaide.
I think that breeze has dropped considerably.
Yes, it really has. Nearly all the flags are very limp.
Tui. Coming members side. Jamison was the flyer. Lawson waiting down. Does well, tries to thread a hand pass through the pack to Carroll. Back to Lawson. Almost down to centre wing. He is very quick. Brown giving chase, but he won't catch him. To the half-forward line. West needs to take a mark. In opposition to Lindner. Love off the ground. Jason Love, but sits, he will goal. But he's caught. Gets it away quickly to Barry Mitchell. Still inside 50. Can they mount something here? Lewis. A high kick round his body. Kappa's got to stand his ground. Almost takes the mark. And it is eventually rushed over the line by Scott Lee for one behind.
So that kick had a bit more lower trajectory on it. Kappa would have taken the mark.
Yes, Dale Lewis should have made a little bit more.
Yes, he just pushed it up and under too much.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't aware of the space that he did have.
Yeah. So another behind. Sydney at 10-5. Adelaide at 12-13. Straight down the middle. Maynard is the fly. Got front spot. Paul Kelly nips it on towards Bays. Oh, cleverly done to Higgins. That was better. Jason Love will goal and does. So Love has booted his fourth. 2 for this quarter. It's 11-5 to 12-13 and a margin back to 14 points. That appears as close as they can get, Roscoe.
Yes, well, they're hanging in there, aren't they? I mean, they're just starting to get a bit more productivity off the forward line. Bays, that was clever. And Love, as Sandy mentioned, for his fourth, been a very productive forward.
What about if Greg Williams had been able to play?
Well, that's the difference, you see, because Carroll's gone to centre back.
So 9 minutes left, 14 points Adelaide lead by. Tunbridge again, dominating the ruck contest at the centre. McDermott, rebound, lip tack, good play, one way then the other. Kick into the pocket, oh, McIntyre held surely. And McIntyre will take the free kick for Adelaide about 35 to 40 metres from goal on a slight angle.
Yes, and Neil Cordy, after having started the game with a couple of fine marks at centre-half-back, has given away about 3 free kicks from memory, scragging, which is unlike him. He's normally a very disciplined player.
McIntyre, 6 kicks. He's kicked 2 goals. Kicked 3, has he, Ross?
Yes, 3 goals.
And this is just pulled a little bit to the left. So he's missed. 12-14 to 11-5. The Swans need to kick the next one. Tui to bring it back in, goes to the far side. Lawson, not a bad effort, but he goes after it again. Then gives the hand pass away to Mitchell. Mitchell's left foot kick. Oh, Lewis. Gee, should have marked that. Oh, dear me. 8 minutes left and he's disappointed with himself. And he's just having one of those days, Dale Lewis. But there's still going to be one, and he can be part of it still. Tunbridge takes it out of the air. Higgins flips it on. Good play. Murphy. Quick kick to within goal scoring distance. Where will this bounce? To the advantage of Love. Flip over the back. Races on between West and Lindner. Oh, Lindner! Oh, shocker. Goes after it. May retrieve the situation. Smart does it for him. No nonsense stuff, Nigel Smart. Well done. And he kicks it 45 to 50 metres away over the boundary line. And that's what the defence is supposed to do.
Very lucky, Bruce, for that.
Oh, was he ever?
Kerr off, Bolton on, Ross.
Yes.
And a throw in on centre wing. Micken in front. Down looking for lip tack. Higgins charges towards it, but so too did Filkey. Clever little deviation on to Bolton, back to Higgins. Need a goal. And has kicked it. Higgins has kicked his second. And Sydney are getting closer all the time.
It's a bit hard to read, isn't it? When you don't hear a cheer.
Not a word.
You probably think it's
not a sound.
Not a sound. There's a couple of little deft touches coming from Mark Bays in the last couple of minutes. That's the second.
Yeah.
And Bolton, who's just come on, Higgins, as you mentioned, for his second. Good pace.
So the margin is now down to just 9 points. Back in the middle once again. Micken got up high. Down towards Liptak, who's had a good game. But it's Sydney through right down to half-forward through the arms of Maynard. What sort of bounce for Lee? Runs into trouble. Kappa, can he cover himself in glory and make the margin 3 points? Yes! Warwick Kappa has kicked his second, and back comes Sydney. 13-5, 83. Adelaide at 12-14, 86. The margin favouring Adelaide, and this slight breeze is going the way of Adelaide. Mitchell got the first kick, but Bickley takes it and goes up towards the wing, hammered away by Wright. Bolton going past onto Mitchell, now Love. Spirals a punt in towards West, who takes the mark inside 50. Oh, played on and caught Kelly unawares. He's taken to the ground by McGuinness. McGuinness could have been held. McDermott's in there working hard. So too is Bartlett. Eventually Jarman comes in and says, I'll take control, and away they go. Filkey across the centre. McGuinness running with him. He loves to run. Tony McGuinness up towards full forward. No mark taken. Oh, Jamison waiting down, shoots in towards goal and has hit the post. Well, Rod Jamison kicked 2 in the first quarter, 2 in the second. But the margin now is 3 points.
And Jim West, hang your head. The turnover, that was terrible. Not only should he handball, but he handballed to the feet. You've got to get it up and give the player a chance.
It's amazing, though, isn't it, Ross? I suppose it squares itself away. The mistake he made, the mistake Jamison made. But I'm with you. Neil Cordy runs away from McGuinness, outside 50 metres. The Swans have got a bit of a sniff here. And back in towards the centre. A good strong mark taken by Bickley. Hand pass away. Tasker. Lee running beautifully from the back pocket. Kicks it to within 50 metres for the Adelaide Crows. Marking contest. Cordy knocked it, then took it. Could have nearly paid the mark. Dennis Carroll. Handball's back. Stevie Wright. Short pass. Effective. Mitchell. Bolton. Not quite as quick as he used to be. The kick is not bad. West can't mark. Bartlett strong. Handball. Chance here for Tregenza. His kick to the 50-metre line. Marking contest. Linder nearly made it. Dennis Carroll taps it to the front. Dispossessed Micken, but he's able to tap it on. Liptak to McGuinness. Kelly, good pressure. Well done, Paul Kelly. And the ball in dispute will be bounced by the central umpire. Some terrific stuff now at the start of this last quarter. Both sides realising that the game is there to be won. And the Swans have shown in the second term in particular that goals can be scored at that left-hand end. McGuinness, long kick to the front of the goals. Jamison, dispossessed by Tui. Good play by Stevie Wright. He got back there to help out his key defender and then kicked it close to the line and it floated over on the full free kick to Adelaide.
He was looking for touch. His other kicks have been very spot on.
Filkey takes the kick in. Long one. Again to the goal square. They've got to get one eventually. 3 or 4 times they've had it there, and McIntyre takes the big grab, only 6 or 7 metres out.
Well, I've spoken about it before during the course of the game, but great options up forward. Hodges, Jamison, McIntyre, all jumping jacks, and here you see McIntyre just up beautifully. Great grab. Cordy, right thing in front, just got outmarked.
Now, surely McIntyre couldn't miss from here. He's kicked 3, and he's now kicked 4. So 4 goals, 3 to Peter McIntyre, but again, Adelaide just get that 9-point advantage early in the last term.
The nip and tuck way this game's going is how I thought it might go for the whole game, where the early dominance of the Crows has been subdued now by the far greater persistence of the Swans. But McIntyre here, good stuff.
9 points the margin. Tunbridge wins it from the centre. Sydney want the next goal if they're going to be in this game. Love goes for the hand pass to the player going past. It's socket wide. West has another one down towards Kappa. He's got nothing. It spills clear. Bickley gets the kick. Micken has the players going past. It's Scott Lee up towards Lidner. One grab with him is Carroll. Carroll applies the pressure, but Lidner gets the hand pass off to McGuinness. Tony McGuinness on the outer side. Wanted lip tap, but Tunbridge drops back and takes the mark.
You wonder if he was pulled out of there by Tunbridge.
On centre wing. Dennis Carroll. Steadies down and looks up towards centre half forward. And a good mark taken by Mick.
Free kick.
No, free kick.
It's gone against him.
Yeah, West for a nudge in the back. He made sure the umpy saw it.
Quickly on to Bayes, who's a lovely deliverer of the football, and that's no exception. Kappa this time will have a shot from 40 metres.
Got to kick this one.
And he just held himself up so he could creep that extra half a metre. He really gets worried when he gets outside 30 metres, doesn't he?
Have a look.
Watch this, Ross.
Good kick by Bayes. They're fading from right to left. Yeah,
Stop quickly.
Yes.
Every half a metre's important, isn't it, to this fellow?
Well, let's see what he can do. This crowd have given him a decent old raspberry today. They desperately want a goal. It's a floating kick up towards full forward, and he's put it through. So Warwick Kappa has kicked his third, and a very valuable one for Sydney as their coaching staff look on. The margin again is back to just 3 points.
And set up there by Dennis Carroll, who was kicking to the lead of West, who put himself in. And then West with the free kick off to Bayes, and now Kappa finishing off the good pass from Bayes.
And well done, Warwick Kappa. He's kicked 3 goals from only 5 kicks. Tunbridge, who's done pretty well at those centre bounces. He nearly gets the ball out, but Brown takes it away. Kick to half forward, Dennis Carroll. Lots of pressure here. Lip tap. You're caught with the football. Well tackled, Carroll. Ball comes back to Lindner. Lindner's kick is a bit up and underish. Jamison jumps high, can't mark. Underneath it, Holmes. Away to Tui. Good pressure, Jamison. Tregenza. Right foot shot by Tregenza is over home.
As soon as he turned around and ducked his head, he knew he'd missed.
Graham Corns not showing much emotion. Michael Taylor, the other set of eyes just above the windowsill there, as Bernard Tui prepares to kick the ball back into play. And a long kick. Good mark taken by Cordy. Away to Kelly. Kelly's kick, 35 to 40 metres into a vacant wing area. Lawson, good pick-up. Well done, Bickley. Good tackle, fair. Filkey pulled off it, didn't have the football, surely, and Filkey will take the free kick on centre wing. Filkey without the customary growth on the chin. Goatee beard. Kicks towards the 50-metre line, and a good mark taken by Neil Cordy. Always has a good look at the far side of the ground to try and transfer play. Kick towards half-back. McGuinness, good body work. Ball comes out the back from Kelly to Higgins. Brown there. And the umpire will call for a bounce.
Paul Kelly at the bottom of the pack.
Had an interesting job this afternoon with McGuinness.
Just forward of centre wing. Slapped again. Lewis applies the tackle. He just hasn't been able to really get into the game, which has been most disappointing for Sydney today. Stevie Wright getting back on this one across half-back. Goes up towards the wing. Lawson shoved out of it. Play goes on. That was Tasker. Gives it away to Filkey. Centering kick. No mark taken, but maybe a push in the back. Yes, said the umpire. McIntyre.
Neil Cordy again. Why are you laughing?
Oh, yeah, I'm just surprised that he's been so undisciplined, really.
From 60 metres, he lets fly with a taunt, but it's off target. And one behind.
As you mentioned, Matthew Kelly, Robbo, and McGuinness. Kelly's really been shown what fitness level is required, and his ability. Paul Kelly, should I say? Matthew Kelly. Matthew Wheeler, I was thinking of. Paul Kelly really hasn't been able to keep up with McGuinness at all.
Tui to bring it back into play. 96 plays 91. Adelaide leading. Cordy has it fisted away on this occasion by McIntyre. Look at the pressure of McDermott. Kept in play by McIntyre. Centering kick, danger here. Tui, a great attempt to mark. Not paid. Tunbridge, a little toe poke, and then eventually picks it up, gives it away. Somehow Higgins threads his way through the pack. Sydney are out of trouble. Kelly up towards the half-forward line. West in front. Maynard from behind. Hammers it clear. The two sprint towards it. Bickley is there also. Going to be kept in play. Oh, Lawson somehow threaded his way through the pack. Gives it to West. West up towards Lewis. Yes!
All set up there because Higgins took the punt from the back line there. Saw a bit of a gap there. Went through. And if you're at that pace, you can always get through. Players either side of you are very hard to tackle. And now the ball's having a shot for goal with his teammate Lewis, who's had not much to do today. Not much of a contributor. Fine mark, though.
And this for Sydney to hit the front for the first time in the match. Dale Lewis kicking from 25. Something going on in the crowd, but we'll watch the kick. It looks pretty good. Sydney have hit the lead. Dale Lewis kicks his first. Sydney a 15-7, 97. Adelaide 13-18, 96. Second quarter. And here he is again, Ross.
Floats in from left to right. Well done. Kappa knew he was out of the contest.
Directly in front, an important kick for Sydney. Jim West is taken it right. It's going to be very close. He may have just snuck it home. So a seesawing final quarter. West has kicked his second. And Sydney regains the lead, 16-8 to 14-18.
A good rebound footy there by the Swans, set up by their two experienced players, Carroll and Mitchell. And Carroll's good long bomb. Mitchell handballs inside here. Good bomb here by Carroll. And West read that very well.
Well, I hope it's not me, but you wouldn't reckon there was only a couple of points in this game, would you?
Well, the way it started, certainly not.
But not a lot of vocal support for the Swans, and it makes it a bit difficult. They lead by 2 points. They had a great game last week against Hawthorn. Tunbridge has been a tireless worker. That kick must have gone 100 metres, 100 feet in the air. Now, kick by Wright. Towards half-forward, the mark is taken by Maynard. You thought I was going to say metres, didn't you? That was a long way, wasn't it? What a magnificent smother by Jason Love. Yes, 100 feet's not bad, but 300 feet's a bit far-fetched, isn't it?
Big effort.
And the ball to be thrown in left half-forward. For Sydney, Micken and West doing the ruck work. Comes to the front, Tasker. Away to Liptak. Kick, slews off the side. Swans have got 3. But Hodges, you did very well then to knock it over the boundary line. Centre wing, Hodges and Stevie Wright. Boys will be boys.
Nicola loves that little pinch on the back of the arm, Stevie Wright.
Filkey forced to kick with the left. Back in towards the centre. No mark taken. Carroll leaves it behind. Swans player held, but he didn't have it.
No, actually,
Right. I didn't think it was a free kick.
Well, he paid for over the shoulder, but in fact, McDermott's arm came from underneath Wright's arm, so it was an armpit tackle.
Is that a free kick?
I don't think so.
Wright's kick has been marked by Bays. Another one of those loping left foots to half forward. Lewis, can he get away from Tasker? No, but he can handball it successfully back to Love. Forced to kick with the left. Doesn't do it all that well. Bit of an up and under. And an Adelaide Crows mark taken by Micken. And 50 metres could be. What's the umpire going to do? I think he's pulling him back.
No, just leave him there.
No, Micken will take the kick from the back pocket.
Not all that well coordinated on the left foot, Jason Love.
Just over 10 minutes remaining. Still anyone's game. Tasker. Pressure now on the home side. Hodges the fly. Tunbridge there with him. Hodges tries to flick it out the back door. McDermott wanted Tregenza, couldn't find him. Caught was Kerr. Tackling has been sensational. Filkey. Clear up towards Liptak. Just flicked it down to McGuinness. Dodging and weaving, he gets it off to David Brown. A hurried left foot kick. Out comes Jamison, but it's socket off on the ball. Much to the delight of this pro crowd. And Tony McGuinness.
Second time for Stevie Wright over on the full.
Yes, in the first half of the game he was judging them to perfection, Roscoe.
He was, yes. Who is it that says centimetre perfect?
Someone from the West.
I tell you what, Tony McGuinness got over there pretty quick too. Favoured left foot, nearly kicked this.
From 55, it'll be a big ask. Up towards half forward, or Jamison got up high and it's just rushed over the line for one behind. So 1 point the difference. Sydney leads, and tension on those ladies' faces.
I don't know whether I can stand this, Sandy. I saw a 1 point difference yesterday.
You've had a good run. Kelly to Bolton. David Bolton from halfback. Looks up towards centre wing. He wants Bays. Forced to defend. He did it well down towards Mitchell. Bartlett shrugs. One tackle, but then goes to ground, and we find ourselves with a bounce just in the attacking zone of Sydney. I've just noticed some people leaving. How they can do that has got me whacked. Mitchell. Beautiful roving. Kappa's caught behind, however. But he applies the tackle on Smart.
Oh, that was iffy.
Quite on it, if anything, I thought.
Oh, so do I, Ross.
Well, he's got it. He's got loose players on the outer side. Filkey's there. Lawson will try and stop him from going on quickly. This time he does. He's still got them there. Bickley's over there on his own. Over the centre. And Maynard takes the mark on the outer side. Sweeps it on for Tasker, who's run on down. Sean Tasker with the left foot is high. In towards the pocket region. Hodges! What a mark!
Actually, I don't think there's one person in the crowd is on their feet as he jumped for that one.
What a mark!
Took it at waist height in the end. You watch it, his hand had to drop down. He gets up very high. That's a great sit. Cordy backing back. Takes it on the way down. What a great controlled grab.
So Scott Hodges, with his 9th kick, a chance to put Adelaide in front and kick his 2nd goal. I think he's kicked it, and the Crows have levelled the scores because it's only a behind. How can you go on this crowd?
1 goal for is young Sean Wren warming up to your
That was
friend.
my little mate down there too. Hey, you wouldn't be game to make the wrong decision here, would you? There's 48,000 people at Lynch you.
I think that's why they've got that fence behind him.
Oh, my golly. And Bernard Toohey to kick it back, goes to that far side. Hodges has got it again. Another good mark. Don't like the way he turns his back on the play.
They had to get it on quickly because Jamison was one out against Toohey, and now they're going to go and bank it up with Tunbridge getting down there as well with Gordy.
Scott Hodges from 50 metres. Oh, lovely kick. And he kicks it behind. So the Adelaide Crows are now in front by that 1 point. Scott Hodges, 2 great marks. So he's playing his part. Just can't quite get the goal though.
Just waiting to see who's going to come off because Sean Wren's been running on the boundary line for a couple of minutes.
Toohey straight up the ground. No mark taken. Caught with the football. Tregenza, how did he get rid of it? Mitchell, hand pass. Bolton loves to run with it. Don't fumble it. Handball further. Half forward, you're gone. Murphy. Bolton goes after it again. Still got it. Must be penalised. Brown, well done.
Must kick the footy. Goodness me, could have had up on the full forward line to kick David Bolton.
But I think he was just pulled off the football.
Yeah.
He just couldn't get his foot to it. Brown has done a pretty good job for his team. Kick to half forward, no mark taken. Filkey's caught, good tackle Mitchell. And the umpire will call for a bounce. Adelaide lead by 1 point, under 6 minutes left.
Robbie Kerr, wearing 17 for Sydney. Here's the bounce. A very tense finish. Hodges looking for a big finish. Gives it off to Liptak from 52 metres. Set sail behind. Which way will it bounce? Toohey is there and is happy to concede a behind.
Easy to be critical, saying to me what value a better kick was to the leading Jamison.
Toohey with his side trailing by 2 points. Tregenza was in front, couldn't take it. Mitchell threads his way clear. Gives it off to Stevie Wright. Another educated kick perhaps, close to the wing. Bays is taken over the line. Throw in on centre wing. And Sean Wren has gone back to the dugout, so one wonders if perhaps Scott Hodges was the player he could have replaced. Mitchell to half forward. Maynard gets a nice bounce. Brown and Murphy. Murphy, the experience. Can go over the top, away from Maynard onto West, who he had to leave. Jimmy West now, he can have a shot from 40 metres here. West sets sail with a drop putt, deep in towards goal. Good-looking kick, and he has put it through. Oh, what a final quarter. Sydney have hit the front. Jim West has kicked his third, 17-8, plays 14-22.
Good effort that to kick a ball. Murphy's been quiet today, created there, and West to kick the ball like that at full tilt is very difficult to be accurate as well. Sized it up extremely well to Jim West, and a good finish. What a critical goal.
Gee, every centre bounce now just becoming more and more important. Tunbridge gets it down. McDermott, handball over the top. Bartlett, held. Maybe will play go on? No, it's going back.
Yeah, before he kicked, actually, the umpire, Hayden Kennedy, signalled there was a high tackle and had already blown his whistle and was waiting for David Johnson to say bring the ball back.
Bartlett's kick finds Bickley. Bickley to centre-half forward. No mark taken. Ball still in a winnable position there at centre-half forward. Carroll gets the handball away to Mitchell. Mitchell has played a wonderful game. Bolton, Kelly, handball over the top. Back in the centre, McDermott. Can he lift his team? Centre-half forward. Player on his own, lip tap. Go Matthew, the Adelaide Crows supporters say, and he kicks the goal. Adelaide back in front. Matthew Liptak kicks his third goal, 3-5 in that scoreline of 15-22. Adelaide by 2 points.
And as soon as the ball went out towards Liptak, Stevie Wright, his opposite number, who'd come up the ground to try and run the ball off the back line there, that turnover happened. Wright is right back in the foreground. You can't see him, and he just hung his head as soon as Liptak kicked that goal. And it was his man who's getting him some curry this afternoon.
The Adelaide chant goes up again. Still time for either side. Adelaide by 2 points. Tunbridge got a hand to it. Kelly soccers off the ground. Sydney down to half forward. Through the arms of Jason Love. West can dig another one or give it away. He's going to give it away to Jason Love. Pops it through for his fourth goal. Is it fifth goal? A fantastic effort by Jason Love, and Sydney are back in front, and when they do score,
everyone goes Kleiner.
Deafening silence.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, this is great footy. You watch it again on replay. Out of the centre here. Good vision, get that ball off the ground very quickly. And here, Love with good legs running on, taking those hard yards. But still, when you're running toward goals like that, you always run a bit more quickly.
Fantastic last quarter, isn't it?
It's been terrific, Sandy. And what have we got? 3 minutes 20 left. Swans are in front again.
Been goal for goal. Let's see what happens. So important out of the centre this time. And again, Tunbridge slaps it with that right hand, but it's Jarman who gets the handball out in front of Filkey. Grant Filkey's away. Higgins can't get a clear run at him. Kicks it towards half forward. Jamison is there. Couldn't take it. Tui bottles it up. You want to be careful, Bernard. You've lost it.
A bit stiff early. He really did try to knock it out, then has come towards his feet and got locked in. But still, as they interpret it these days, the free kick was there.
It was a fair free kick.
Yes.
Kinnear not happy. And all the Adelaide supporters giving him some curry. But I'd bring Wren on, Ross, and make him, at least he'd be more competitive at the centre bounce.
Yeah, watch this here. He takes it in and then makes an effort to knock it back. And, he brought it back into his body. Good decision, yes.
Here's Jamison. He's kicked it. Jamison has booted 6.
There's a rather disconsolate looking Bernard Tui there. There's that scoreline, 16-22, 18-8.
And it just can't keep going on goal for goal, surely, can it? You know, one of these teams is going to be able to kick 2 goals quickly.
Here it is then again. He knocked it out initially, then brought it back into his body. Kerr probably tapped it in again, and all Jamison did was hang on to the jumper. Free kick.
Oh, it's on here.
Lewis and Tasker.
Nothing doing. Mitchell trying hard to get that ball out of the centre. They will again. This time it's through Bolton. It doesn't go all that far, but Lewis is on the end of it. Oh, bang. No free kick. Brown away to Tasker. Tasker's left foot kick goes up and under. Murphy getting underneath it. Can't mark. Goes after it again, David Murphy. Can't do much with the football. It's out on the full. He says no, says the boundary umpire, and it'll be thrown in. 1 minute 55 left. There's the Crows. Graham Corns, Mick Taylor looking a little anxious. They've got the lead at the moment. Tunbridge gets into the contest. Well done. Can't get the ball out. Kelly can. Kick towards the boundary line. Higgins marks in front of Filkey, and he's too far out to score. He plays on quickly. He'll thump it to within goal scoring distance. Capper at the back. Can't mark. Ball to be won now. Mitchell. No free kick paid. Still at centre-half forward for the Swans. Chance for Mitchell. He's pushed to the ground by Andrew Jarman. And the umpire will come in and bounce with 1 minute 20 left. Adelaide hang on to a very slender lead.
I thought there might have been a free kick there to Bayes. He was dragged off the ball and he never even was near it. So, interesting decision, or non-decision.
40 metres from Sydney's goal. Mitchell in towards full forward. I'm sorry, Robbo, but he can't take it. Lawson. Can he shrug the tackle? Smart. Sees it over the line.
Oh, gee whiz. Sorry, Sandy, I'm getting so excited here. It's unbelievable.
The Swans players looking for a little deliberate over the line there. The smart push that ball over.
Well, it's a throw-in in the left forward pocket. Oh, some heavy work going on, and McGuinness again sees it over the line. Last 38 seconds and counting down. Sydney have it within 10 metres of their scoring zone. Can someone do something? There's a free kick to Sydney. It's going to be a free kick.
Over the shoulder.
It'll come back.
Gee, there's quiet.
27 seconds remaining. They won't be quiet now.
Mitchell got the free kick over the shoulder.
Well, we've had one dramatic finish here with Fitzroy. And it looks as though we've got another one right now.
Still, it's a fair decision. It's a Victorian umpire giving a decision that in a game between Adelaide and Sydney. So
clock's ticking away. Barry Mitchell.
People leaving.
This is going to be a very important kick for you, my boy. Mitchell, to the boos of the crowd, has put it straight through the middle, and Sydney have hit back and hit the lead. Barry Mitchell has booted two. And that is going to be the ball game. The scoreline, Sydney 19-8, 122, lead by 4 points. Adelaide 16-22, 118. The time clock says only 2 seconds remaining. And what a thriller here. They looked gone when they were 6 goals down early on, Robbo.
They've been fantastic.
Here's the bounce, but it's a formality unless something extraordinary happens. It's victory to Sydney. They came here a depleted side. What a magnificent fighting win. Sydney 19-8, 122 have defeated Adelaide 16-22, 118.
The final scoreboard, Sydney 19-8, 122, Adelaide 16-22, 118. The Crows had 38 scoring shots, Sydney only 27. Fighting football from the Swans, the leading goal kickers. For Sydney, Love 5, Capper and West 3 each, Jamison top with 6 for Adelaide. 2 other matches to complete round 18. First to Carrara on the Gold Coast, and a nail-biting finish has seen the Brisbane Bears beat Carlton by 7 points. And Geelong has overrun Footscray by 68 points at Cardinia Park. 7 Nightly News is next. Join John, Narelle and me shortly.
The winner of the greatest game in the world. Put your feet up. Try and relax. It's football time.
This has been a 7 Sport production. You buy Mitsubishi Motors, BP Car Care, Westpac, CUB, Ultratune, Rocker Brothers and Foodland.
A cliffhanger against the Sydney Swans at Football Park. Adelaide led by 6 goals early in the game, and it wasn't until the last quarter that the Sydney siders gained the lead. Even with 30 seconds to go, the Crows looked to have won the match, but the Swans kicked again to win by 4 points.
The Swans started without last-minute withdrawals, Williams, McKenzie and Willis, and it was the Crows who were first to score through Jamison. Jason Love replied a minute later after some close attention by a couple of Crows. Despite the controversy of the past 2 weeks, Scott Hodges started confidently with a strong mark and goal, but it was Jamison who was the star up forward. The Crows led by 4 goals at the first break. The second term was even, with Capper bringing up his first goal, 1 of 6 for the Swans for the quarter. Tony McGuinness, with a little help from McDermott and Maynard, provided the play of the day to register Adelaide's 10th goal.
This is wonderful football. Tony McGuinness floats it through for another one. It doesn't come any better than that.
The third term saw the Swans fight back, adding 5 goals to Adelaide's 2. The Sydney siders were just 2 points down as they went into the final term.
The margin 3 points. Yes!
The Swans hit the front early in the quarter and the lead changed several times. With less than 2 minutes to go, Jamison looked to be the hero when he put the Crows up by 2 points. Then, with 30 seconds on the clock, Sydney was awarded a free in front and Mitchell made no mistake. The Swans taking the match by 4 points. Leon Vignall, 7 Nightly News.
To the ladder, at the completion of round 18, the West Coast, Geelong, Hawthorn, Essendon, North Melbourne and St Kilda the top 6. Plenty of interest just outside, with Melbourne and Collingwood still alive, Adelaide drops to 9th and will have its work cut out against Essendon next week.